Did you know that junkyards have an all-you-can-carry program in which they allow people to pay a flat price and take home everything they can carry? Well, even if it seems like an opportunity to bargain, you'd never be as lucky as this one man, who turned his 500 scrapyard find into a car worth millions. You're probably wondering how a simple restoration process could make such a difference in the price tag. Well, the answer is in the secret story of the car itself. Stick till the end, and you'll discover the most cinematic story a junkyard car could ever have. Back in 1974, a man in Mexico decided to visit his local automotive junkyard, looking for his next potential project car. As he scoured the scrapyard full of abandoned vehicles in bad conditions, he stumbled upon this one car that caught his eye. The car in question was a dark green 1968 Ford Mustang GT. At first glance, the car looked like any other Mustang. It was definitely in a rusty and bad shape, but nothing really made it stand out physically. The man had decided to buy the car and bring it home that same evening. The purchase went as it normally would. Everything was going as planned so far. But upon arrival at the man's property, he decided to take a deeper look into the beautiful green Mustang he had just bought, and noticed a couple of strange stuff. He ended up thinking he was too tired, and that his eyes were fooling him, and headed straight to bed. Upon the next day, he took once again another deep look into the car and realized his eyes were in fact not fooling him the night before. He had noticed that the car had a strange reinforced chassis that he had never seen in any Mustang before. He first thought he had stumbled on a forgotten limited edition of the model and went ahead and did his research. After looking for the physical details of all the trims and editions of the model, none of them featured a particularly robust chassis like the one on his Mustang, so he returned back to the junkyard that evening, in the hopes of getting an answer from the employees, but unfortunately, none of them knew anything more about the Mustang. He even told the manager about the issue, and he replied that he was only ordered to dispose of the car. Finally, they both came up with a solution that would explain the strange modifications. The VIN number. Before we get to discover the mysterious background of the car, consider subscribing and smashing the like button if you're enjoying the video so far. The VIN number, introduced in 1954, was yet another way of tracking and registering vehicles into a single, centralized system. But in our case, it was the final hope for an answer to the strange modifications that the man had found on the Mustang. He looked for a place where he could get more information through the car's VIN, and ended up finding a car parts shop that had exclusive access to a VIN database. The manager of the shop took the Mustang's VIN number, looked it up on the system, and instantly got a load of information about the car, and they were all shocked by the discovery. The Mustang the man had bought was, in fact, the Mustang used in the making of the movie Bullitt. They instantly understood why the car had reinforcements everywhere, and the man ended up realizing he had made the biggest bargain of his life. If we could summarize the movie into a single statement, it's basically a high-stakes mob chase. Taking place on the squared roads of San Francisco, it involves a lot of reckless driving, which explained the need for an entirely reinforced chassis. The car ended up getting auctioned at a record price of $3.7 million in an auction in Florida. This is the perfect example of a massive bargain. What would be the odds that you stumble upon the exact same car that was used to produce a successful movie? Let me know what you think in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to not miss anything cars and business.